welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is... that's... Ban. I put so much extra effort into this production value, and I blew it at the last dang freaking fucking second. Son of a bitch! I feel like such a putz. Feel like such a freaking putz. But we're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. What we like to do here is we find some cheap booze, we review it, we talk about a bunch of nonsense, we have some booze in the news segments, we have our topic of the day, and we do a little improv here with our Florida Man segment. But before we officially get this shit show on the road, we have a little thing that we call the bag of doom. You see, in this bag that has been doomified, we have various shots from around the liquor store, all across the liquor store. And you reach into this bag, and you have to take whichever delights or cursed horrors await you. And then you always go first. Reach across the interwebs and reach into this purple bag of doom. Nico's here. Woo! Now I shall reach into this bag, and I will pull out Svedka Blue Raspberry.
Oh, I forgot I gotta say. Western Sun grapefruit.
Oh, you sound so thrilled.
I sound
bloody thrilled.
Oh, thrilled. I probably had this a lot, like a bajillion times. The Bag of Doom has decided it's like one of my favorites. So.
Yeah. Yes. Blue raspberry of the wilderness. You know, them wild blue raspberries just scurrying about on their bushes.
Oh, the whores.
Yeah. The whores or the whores. I mean, yeah.
A little column A, a little column B.
It's the Bag of Doom. You get what you get. Horrors. This is the horror. Horror with a W.
2 in a row. I opened 2 in a row.
Oh, Jesus. It's a freaking celebration. Do they have like a sound on here that's like a boop, boop, boop? I don't think they do. But Dan, cheers to good things during tragic times, I guess. Well, we'll get to that here in a little bit. It's cheers.
Okay, cool, buddy.
That is too bloody sweet. Oh, it's too sweet. Too sweet. Oh.
No. Too sweet.
Oh, it's sweet.
Mine's not good, but
Jesus.
Darn it.
Oh my God, the sweetness was off the chain on that biatch. Oh.
What was it again?
It was Vodka Blue Raspberry.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Thank you. I do everything I can to make this some ASMR special treat for all of you. This is my ASMR voice. I hope you enjoy it. All
And
right,
that's
now back to the show.
kind of off-putting,
It's
but
ASMR.
off.
It's supposed to be off-putting.
Like it depends what you're like. Are you reading something, or what? What are you going to talk about?
Oh no, just doing my ASMR voice.
No, but I'm like, what would this ASMR be like? I just imagine it starts off like chill, and then the lights behind you get redder and redder, and you start like talking about like
It's
how you're
this.
going to hell, and then you know. Oh my God! Stop it. No, thank you, sir. That's a no, thank you. You just put that talent back where you got it, because I am not. No, thank
Uh, that is a good idea. Now, as I have said, some of the things we do on this podcast is we take our shots from the bag of doom and we do a little improv of the Florida Man. In the Florida Man segment, what we do is we read the headline of what a Florida man did and then make up the story. I don't care what really happened. It's about the excitement. Now, on this week's adventure of Florida Man, a Florida man took his grandson magnet fishing. Police are now investigating what they reeled in. Now, first off, a little backstory. I don't know if you know what magnet fishing is. It's become all the rage on the YouTubes, especially on the TikToks. It's where you drop a high-powered magnet into a random stream, a lake, whatever, anywhere there was a bridge, and you can drop a magnet and you kind of just skim across the bottom and you pull up all kinds of treasures. Anything that'll stick to the magnet. Now you see, on this lovely Florida Man Day, yes, it's Florida Man Day, every day of the week in Florida. But this Florida man decided he wanted to do some real solid bonding with his grandson. You know, like every Florida man should. And he thought, is this the time teach little Johnny how to cook meth? He's still in kindergarten. Might be too soon. We'll revisit that next year. So he started getting on the tickety talks and the used tubes. And lo and behold, magnet fishing. Ooh. The magical form of magic fishing, magnet fishing. They went down to the local Harbor Freight, found the highest powered magnets they could possibly get. They hooked up the rope and started just tossing, reeling in, some bottle caps, some old pocket knives, a World War II Nazi helmet, all those usual things you find in the Florida River. Well, now, as they were reeling in, they noticed they were pulling up something that looked awfully shiny. Could this be a Rolex watch? It is, but what's attached to it? And all of a sudden, they pulled up a green scaly hand attached to it. And attached to it was Son of Manigator. Now, if you go back to our podcast or our interview with Greg DeLisandro of Weekly World News, he broke some news on that interview. So if you go back and check it out, it's on the podcast on YouTube, Bottom Class Entertainment. Check it out. Fabulous, fabulous interview. And you know what? Pick yourself up some Weekly World News while you're on there. It's on the shelves now. Now, as we all know, Manigator had escaped its penitentiary cell and escaped into the Florida Everglades and bred. And now there's many, many baby Manigators that were flooding the banks of Florida. And on this faithful day, they found Manigator number 5, who apparently is a little Italian and loves to flex his Rolex watch. But you see, they pulled him out, and he realized the panic that he was in as they are all on the run. They don't want the feds catching them. Jesus Christ, they barely got away the last time. And as they pulled, he struggled, and he just bit down and ripped his arm off. Well, at least from the wrist up. You know, he can still nub away at people. Just still get a good jab in. And as he dropped into the water and he swam away. So immediately they called the authorities. Because like any good Florida man, anything to distract from the meth lab, you do it. And now the authorities are on the case. There is investigators swarming from around the globe trying to figure out where the whereabouts are of these manigators. There's dozens of manigators all over the place. For last known whereabouts was Florida, but now God knows where. I mean, honestly, they're onto them. There could be a manigator outside your door right now.
Just kidding.
So yes, there's an in-depth investigation going on currently for the whereabouts of son of Manigator number 7 or 6 or whatever I said. Manigator.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. It's exactly like that. Oh, you know what I didn't do?
I just imagined what?
Oh no. Say what you're gonna say. I gotta adjust something real quick.
Oh, I just imagined like I don't know how many people watch Vikings, but like remember when little Bjorn, it's probably first season where he's going to his first little shindig and his mom's like, no, 1 more year. And then like his dad's like, no, he's going now. I'm like, I imagined that, but meth.
That is exactly how it went by. And that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Man, talk. Well, I fill time here. I gotta correct things.
Yeah. So that I said that, and now I'm gonna say something else, I guess.
Okay, time's up. Cool. You filled your time.
Cool. Did I make it? Yeah.
Bam. Strong work. Dan, are you ready to get to tonight's beverage of choice?
Most certainly, sir. Oh, look at me, already being prepared.
So for this week, as I mentioned, as I was talking about, Topo Chico's got a ranch water coming out, and I thought we'd try ranch water, and I found Cantina Tequila Soda ranch water. Now, I believe this is supposed to be the OG style of ranch water, which is supposed to be made with tequila, but I am not 100% sure because it does not officially say that on here. It doesn't say malt beverage, though. So that's a good sign. So I wanted to compare it to something solid. Much like when we did the Finnish long drink, I wanted to get the original one before we go to the knockoffs. So this is obviously a little bit pricier. It's 5.6 alcohol per volume. There's 99 calories in one of these, and it was $8.49 at Walmart. Now I thought about just getting like a ranch water seltzer bullshit like they got, but the Walmart I went to did not have any. This was actually the only ranch water thing they had, so here you go. That's kind of how it went down. So, born in Austin, hecho in Mexico. This artisanal spirit is crafted with precision and passion. Okay. So their tequila is made from premium Blue Weber agave in the heart of Tequila, Jalisco, Mexico. So, oh, this can has the Easter egg wrapping on it instead of painted on. As I have said, I kind of appreciate that for some weird reason. I don't really have a reason, but I do. It's pretty fun. There's nothing like Easter egg wrapping paper or wrapping plastic on your booze.
But look how pretty it is.
It is very nice. It's very lovely.
And I believe the seams on the Easter egg stops you from dropping it. Just a little bit. I don't know.
Gives you a little extra grip.
Yeah.
Little extra grip. Now, how does it taste? The presentation is quite dandy. But what does it taste like? Cheers.
Cheers.
I can definitely taste tequila.
Yeah, yeah.
I can taste some salt.
May I invite my fiance to try this?
Why, of course. It's basically
tastes like canned tequila.
It's basically canned tequila.
There's
it's
like
watered down,
yeah,
carbonated canned tequila.
Like it tastes like tequila, but like just watered down. Like somebody just, you know, when like your friend's too drunk and so you give them like half shots with a little bit of water or something, or not even, you know, you're just like, okay, girl, you're not gonna get that fucked up, so you sabotage their booze.
So you put just a couple of drops in.
Yeah,
Vegas, you are a good friend. It's
hello, sir.
I was summoned.
You were summoned.
You were summoned
to try tequila.
Yeah, canned tequila. Yeah.
The bar used to do that to you. What bastards! Nobody wants watered down booze.
Probably not. Oh, I'm sorry, boyfriend.
It's
I'm sorry. I did not.
It's would I want to drink this all the time? Nay.
It's not the worst thing though.
No, it's not. It's not like it's not awful. It's just kind of.
It's definitely not awful. Does this hold up like the Finnish long drink? That was surprisingly good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you could do it as a. You could do it as a chaser drink.
I'm sorry, plug yourself before you leave.
Do not be plugging nothing on this. You'll get us canceled from Twitch.
This isn't OnlyFans. What?
Jesus Christ, Diane.
Hi, friends.
There's the Maverick.
To Diane is mine. Of one Maverick comic I stream on Twitch. I like to do I like to play games that are kind of weird, obscure, unloved. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy X2 every Tuesday and Thursday, the most underrated Final Fantasy. So watch me on there. And keep watching them because they're good. As long as they don't bring back you, Pastor Steve. They bring back Steve, boycott. Love you, bye.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that about? I was gonna say that was Maverick. Thanks. You know what? You try to help a guy out of a gutter, and that's what you get.
Are you youth pastor Steve in disguise? Because you were getting real upset.
I just look. I try to be a good person, help somebody out.
Okay,
just saying. He did not Vegas. He did not ruin the whole stream. All right, fine. You know what? I will not bring Youth Pastor Steve back for a very long time. I have plenty of shirts. But Diane, as compared to when we got the finished long drink,
Oh,
how
no.
does this stack up?
I still don't trust you. I need it to answer 3 questions that only Reverend JP would know before we continue. Because if this is you, Pastor Steve, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Okay. How are you?
Could be better. You know, the deities have blessed me. Or they haven't. It's
Does
up to
that
them.
sound Youth Pastor Stevie, or does that sound?
No, I got
no, because you know what? No, because Youth Pastor Steve would be like, dude, radical. Like, he'd ride in on a skateboard and he would be like, "Sup, children?" And then
Youth Pastor Steve does not ride a skateboard. He rides an electric scooter.
Oh, even worse. Let's go.
We know he
correcting
rides an
the
electric
imagery.
scooter. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It's only because Segways went out of business. What was your other 2 questions?
I don't know. I'm not good at improv.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, hold on.
I just burped some curry ramen. It tastes weird, especially with a Cantina tequila.
Okay.
So, do you have questions, or do we want to compare this to the finished long drink?
Does anybody have a question?
See, Diane, this is your bit. Jesus Christ.
I know, but I can find them, but I'm also like, hey, crowd participation, because maybe I don't have them.
All right.
So I thought some of your greatest haters might want it. Not your greatest haters, Mr. Steve's.
Who?
But all right. Oh,
all right.
Maverick has a question.
All right, Maverick, what is your question? In the meantime, while he types this out, who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God? Well, it depends on which God he's fighting, to be honest with you. You know, there are many deities, and there are some that are pretty damn awesome, but there are some that are pretty damn weak and rank. Now, Lemmy versus Cthulhu, I feel like they would throw some blows. They'd end up decide they're going to chill out. They're going to drink some beers. Lemmy is not God. He is merely a patron saint.
So who patron saint Lemmy? Who is
yes.
Who failed though?
What?
Is that Steve? Or are we saying that this is Reverend JP?
I'm telling you, Lemmy is a patron saint. He's not a god. Because if he was a god, he would still be here. Bullshit. Bullshit. This is not Youth Pastor Steve.
You're right. If it was Youth Pastor Steve, he would try to be our friends more. And we'd all be gagging just because of the way he talked. We'd all either want to kill ourselves or him. So you know what? You passed the test. I just wanted to hear you talk long enough to know if I was going to jump off a bridge or not. But you nailed it. Reverend JP, what were you going to say before my failed attempt at this?
Diane.
Mm-hmm.
Could you drink a bunch of these like you could a finished long drink? I mean, do you remember the finished long drink? It had that like squirt vibes, but got you drunk.
I wish I had a cup. For some reason, I can't drink out of the can.
All right, I'm gonna have to adjust your volume. Nope, not my volume.
Why is it too loud?
No, I took you off of auto because I kept getting lots of TV noise. So now I adjusted you and put you back on to auto, so it should be better. But you're a little bit too quiet, but I was trying to balance out the random TV noises from the other room. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to have to work. I did not mute her this whole time. I am not the mute lord.
Are you telling me that I was killing it this whole time and I was so quiet?
Yes.
They didn't even hear my bit failing, so when I acknowledged it, I could have been pretending it was killing the whole time.
You could have, but you missed your opportunity.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know how many of these things I could drink.
Do you think? I feel like the taste is going to make you feel drunker than is actually happening.
That is a good analysis. It does. Because I can taste a strong sense of tequila, but yet I don't feel that same loveliness that comes along with a shot of tequila. Instead, I'm just getting.
It's like tequila light. Like if you don't want a shot, well, you kind of want to feel like you're drinking, but you're not really.
Honestly, you know what tastes better? What makes this better?
Mm.
A little bit more tequila.
That's true.
A little more tequila and a little bit more lime. Like, because I keep getting the taste in my mouth. Like, I feel like if I drink too much of this, I'm gonna puke. Like if I drink tequila, but I'm not getting the actual
like
vibe.
I want to chug it because I feel like it is watered down tequila.
Yes.
But when I go to chug it, I'm just like, this is tastes. It's like a less burning tequila.
Yes.
But it has the full flavor, but none of the alcohol taste.
I feel like if you're a huge tequila fan,
oh yeah, definitely,
it'll be pretty good. But if you're not a huge tequila fan, you're not gonna like it. You're just not. But you know what? It's solid. It's good enough.
Sorry, this is what happens when I'm.
Would you like to go to Booze in the News?
I have actually tequila.
Oh shit! Well, you got Jose Cuervo.
No, I'm just kidding.
You got Jose Cuervo. You don't have. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, but that violates the bag of doom.
Hold on, everybody. Here, I'm going to start another bit that I can't finish. So somebody join in. We're going to have to join in, do a ritual to stop the space-time continuum from ripping, from all of our souls being sucked out of our anuses into God knows where.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have a tequila in there. I don't know for sure.
Because he's going to reach into that bag of doom.
And I'm going to look. So, I don't know.
Which God would you prefer for me to pray to while you're...
I feel like this would be a thing Ganesh would take care of. Because they got extra arms.
Okay.
Maybe. No, you know what? This is an Odin situation. This is clearly an Odin situation. So you need an eye patch, or at least cover an eye. You need to cover your right eye. Where's his left eye?
I can't remember. All I know is that
I think it's
he sacrificed it for like knowledge and all that stuff. And
I think it was his right eye.
Hung himself on a tree for a while.
Was his left eye? No, it's his left eye. It's his anatomical left.
Which one's mine? I can't tell. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Everybody, cover your left eye and believe.
May Odin protect us all.
Just do a hell on. Hell. I can't.
Evan Williams, Beefeater. Ooh.
Beefier. Okay, don't. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask because that's part of it. You can't. Don't peek too long.
I think we drank the tequila already. Damn it. Oh, I risked it all for nothing. Well,
now you have to sacrifice your son to Odin because he was like trying to bless you that tequila as much as he could, but you...
Cut! No.
Oh my God, no. I forgot about how much I love your firstborn son and that you do actually have children. I do not.
It's okay.
I love all my nephews.
Buddy Christ is also winking at me at the same time. I think we're okay.
Oh God, yeah.
With
Buddy
Christ and Odin, I think we're okay. I'm pretty sure we're okay. But either way, this would be better with more tequila. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I'm just gonna have to deal.
Okay, how much more tequila do you? I think it's a bad idea. Actually, I think it's gonna taste like too much tequila, and I'm gonna die instantly. Because I'm not. Like, what do you think? Like, I'm just a.
I'd give it just a splash. Just a splash. A normal splash, not a Diane splash.
Okay.
I totally messed up. We were reviewing the Rancho Art Tequila. I forgot to put the scrolling thing. But while you do that, are you ready for Booze in the News?
Yeah.
So this week's Booze in the News, there is a French brewer that is selling blue beer made with algae. This comes from Fox Business, which originally was at Reuters. It was some other right-wing website, but either way, it's a blue beer from brewer Hoppy Urban Brew. This particular brew is made from an algae called spirulina, which has naturally blue color from phycocyanin. It comes from phycocyanin.
And it comes from. I already forgot the word. Never mind.
But it is quite a blue beer. I will put it up on the screen right now. Bam. Look at the blueness in there. So,
is it sludgy? No, it doesn't look sludgy. So
they add that, I guess, during the brewing process or at the end of the brewing process, and it gives it this lovely blue color. It is described as hoppy, light with fruity notes.
That's every alcohol ever.
That's what they say about me as well. Blue with fruity notes. But it was sold from October through December last year, and it moved. They had sold. Where was the numbers? So I don't keep scrolling up and down on the screen. They had sold 1,500 bottles through October and December. So I guess, fair enough, solid. But it's some lovely blue beer. I would be down for it. I said phycocyanin. Phycocyanin. You know what? Phycocyanin you. Don't judge me on my pronunciations, my ability to speak. But yes, this company's got some blue beer, and apparently it was just that short time. So if you want some, tough shit. Honestly, I'd be down to try it. I'm curious about blue beer. I like blue things mostly. Yeah, see, yeah. Look at this lovely French woman sipping on her blue beer in a lab.
Depends how much it costs. Because I get like for St. Patty's Day, I dye my shit green. So like, what's the difference?
Mm.
If I want some blue beer, I'll do it myself, baby.
Well, the difference is it's not just dye; it's actually brewed to be blue. Yes, it's a blue waffle flavored.
I would say any beer brewed around the time that St. Patty's Day is actually happening is actually brewed to be green. So maybe it's,
Is it though? Is it, or did it just be beep beep, dropping that green food coloring in that bitch?
well, definitely. This is like natural food coloring. That's basically what they're saying is we got some shit that turns us blue.
Probably.
Sorry, I'm a cynical person, I guess. Have fun with your blue beer.
And it costs $10 more per bottle for it to be blue. Like if the flavor's different, I'd be down. But if it just tastes like a regular hipster beer, I'd be disappointed.
Blue waffle.
Especially
flavor.
if it costs more.
Yes.
And by the way, they got the blue algae from Ithaca spirulina. That's the company that grows the algae. And the beer is called Line. Line. Yes. I think that's a legit statement.
Red. Team red. You team blue pill and team red pill, whatever.
I'm team take all the pills. I don't know. What would happen if you were to take the red pill and the blue pill together?
Same thing that happens when you take fentanyl. Just I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Why has nobody answered that question? What happens when you take both at the same time?
Have you seen the new movie? Maybe they
No.
do.
Well, that would be great. We have the red pill and we have the blue pill. Oh, you got pills, bro?
That'd be such a great thing. You just see Morpheus. He puts out his hands with pills in his hand, and the person just takes off. Thanks, dude. Like,
yeah, bro. We got a party. We gotta have 100%. You gotta balance it out. No way.
Nobody's ever taken both before. I think we just gotta shoot him, man. Like,
that would be great. But are you ready to get at the topic at hand?
yeah.
So the whole reason for the Clergy in the Hood name of this episode and all the other stuff, we're going to take a dramatic, serious turn. Okay. So last Friday, technically Saturday morning, my children were at a little party just actually down the street from my house. And there was a drive-by shooting at this house. I'm going to try to keep it reasonable. I want to, because there was 4 victims. I do not know the outcome of a couple that had more serious injuries.
Wait, so this is like a real thing?
Yeah, this really happened.
No, I mean, I get it's a real thing, but like, like people were hurt?
Yeah. So they were, I don't know what the news has released, but there were some younger people that were victims. I think only one person was over the age of 18 that was a victim. Um, there were two with not life-threatening injuries, and I don't know what happened with the other two, so not going to get too far into that. But yeah, so at 2:40 at 2:40 Saturday morning, I received a call from one of my children. And at first I was like, he probably wants me to come pick him up from Jesse's house. Because I thought it was going to be some nonsense because he's called me before in the wee hours of the morning, knowing I have to work the next day for something dumb. And I let it go to voicemail. And then I laid there for a couple of seconds and I said, you know what, let me just double check. So I called him back right away. So I called him back and he didn't answer. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? He didn't answer. He just called me just like a minute ago. So I called back again. And his mom answered the phone and she tells me the story that the two of them were at this party and they were in the kitchen when all of a sudden they saw some flashes and heard some pops and they heard some gunshots. And initially, Jesse kind of took charge and had everyone kind of huddle down and kind of get away from the windows. And then I guess some other people ran outside. There was a bunch of chaos going on. And then Jesse heard several more shots. And I guess that's when Jesse had grabbed Matthew, threw him to the floor, and jumped on top of him. And I guess as he grabbed Matthew and threw him to the floor, he felt something just whiz past him, just a little, that breeze, just that. Don't know if it was an actual bullet, if it was a fragment, no clue. So he grabs him, throws him to the ground, and I guess they're trying to figure out how to get out of there, what they're going to do. So Jesse realized they're in the kitchen, they're kind of trapped, so they try to go to this one door. They realize it's locked, and somebody starts freaking out. So Matthew unlocks it, and they go through the door. And during this time, one of their friends was actually in the front right before the shooting started happening. And he heard some people yelling. He saw somebody with a gun, and they jumped over the fence and started booking it, trying to get the hell out of there. And shortly after that, that's when the chaos broke loose. Just gunshots all over the place. He had actually run around, went to Jesse's car and realized nobody was there. So then went back to where they were to try to find them. And somewhere during all that, they got out through the back of the house, jumped over several fences. Jesse got to his car, called up his friend, and was like, oh, hey, where you at? And they coordinated and they rendezvoused back at Jesse's car. And I guess their other friend was also locked in a room in the back, and he was trying to figure out where to go, how to get out. So he ended up breaking a window, jumping out, and then hopping over some fences and getting out and running around. And they finally got out of there. And like I said, there ended up being 4 victims total. A couple people were actually transported by ambulance. Some got in cars and were taken to hospitals. And yeah, that happened. But they got woken up at 4 o'clock at 2 o'clock in the 2:40 exactly. So when the call came in, and was awake since then. So after that, I was like, oh well, shit, I'm not going to sleep. So then I just stayed awake and went to work. And that was quite a thing. Quite a thing. Questions. So car fires last week, drive-bys this week. So that is why we are Clergy in the Hood. And then to top it off, this whole thing went down just like 2 blocks from where I live right now. I don't. I will say though, like I've constantly been telling my children when they go to these parties, I'm like, oh, hey, keep your wits about you, pay attention, because my kids are older. All my kids are older. The youngest one is 16. So, it's kind of hard to be like, you can't go somewhere when they live on their own.
Yeah.
But that is the day they've decided that they're not going to go to these random parties where just a shit ton of people are invited because people like to shoot people too damn much in this town. And actually,
well, see, yeah, that's the thing in my head. I'm just thinking like, oh, this is another time somebody was in a place where somebody was getting shot. Like in my head, it wasn't like serious.
Yeah,
not even where someone got shot, but like people were shooting. It's not uncommon for people to just start shooting in places.
Yeah.
I just was not expecting people to actually be hurt, I guess.
Yeah, no, there was I still don't know. There was 2 with serious injuries. I don't know what the status is for sure right now. I've heard conflicting information. All I know is I guess the police department is asking for witnesses right now. But
because that's like one of my biggest fears, like shit like that happening. Like,
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You live fairly close to me. Yeah, it is a couple blocks away. We live in the hood. And that's the thing is like, so I'm not entirely sure what the whole instances was. I've heard a couple of things of what happened, but even like Thursday, there was a drive-by shooting. And I don't know if it was related to that. I have no idea, but it's been like, I've been a paramedic for 16. Well, I've worked on an ambulance for 16 going on 17 years. I've been a paramedic for 13 going on 14 years. Something like that. And in the last 2 years, I've been to more shootings than I have in my entire career in just the last 2 years. Now, I don't know if this is like a situation in other places. I mean, yeah, granted, you got like places where like Chicago, Camden, New Jersey. There's a lot of places that have like lots of shooting. There's lots of gang activity and shootings on a regular basis. But like, has that even increased more than before? But it just seems like shit's just gotten extra out of hand lately. And I'm just saying, like, can everybody please just stop shooting each other for a little while? Can we just take a break from that? You know what I mean? Is it necessary? Can we just like, I don't know, have an arm wrestle or something? Any damn thing. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was the thing that happened. And I'm just happy that at least like everybody that's close to me is okay. But my heart like breaks for the parents of the other 2 victims because, like I said, they were pretty young. I don't know I know how old they are, but I'm not going to discuss it because that's from knowing things from work and everything else.
Oh, sorry.
Because I haven't seen anything as far as the news. The only thing I noticed is, I guess Las Cruces PD released a news brief asking for witnesses to come forward. But I mean, my kids didn't actually see the actual shooting. They kind of saw the chaos happening, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what all went down.
I don't even know what to say because I'm like,
Yeah. I felt really like weird about things like when I woke up. Well, once I was wide awake. So like I said, I laid there, I talked to Jesse, I talked to Matthew, I talked to their mom. We were on the phone for a little bit, back and forth, talking about everything. And then I was like, oh, all right, I got a couple hours before I gotta, well, I got an hour before I gotta wake up and go to work. So I thought, try to get some sleep. That wasn't happening. Like my mind was just racing on all kinds of thoughts of how terrible things could have been. And then my heart started breaking because I just was thinking about the idea of getting that phone call, about your child being shot is just, I don't know. That's my serious statement for it, and that's for the reason for the name of the thing. So there's my chaotic story. Again, not as fun as a car fire, but I just feel like weird things have been happening. Your thoughts?
have have a lot, but not any.
Well, from what I understand at this party, it wasn't just kids. It was just like it was one of these parties where they just invited a buttload of people. So there were some younger kids, there were some older people there. Like they were from like high school into like mid to late 20s. So it was just this massive like party, just all kinds of people. And that's the thing, like, even when I was uh youthful and got into shenanigans, I didn't I didn't go to like major parties like that. Like I think the only parties I've been to where there's been like people that I probably didn't know was probably the Buzz Adams house party that a couple years ago for Christmas, and there was a big college party when I was in high school. Those times I've been to be like big parties with lots of people. But like as far as normally, like my idea of having a good time is invite some people that you actually want to talk to and hang out with, drink some beers and or some booze and just have a good time. I don't know. It's because I don't trust like weird people. You know what I mean? That's how shit always gets out of hand. And live examples. Was your chi out of whack or what? What just happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just get a text message that upset you?
No. Not at all. I'm just a scary thing.
Oh, this whole
Trying
thing.
to figure out how
Yes.
the fuck I do this podcast after finding out like such information.
I know. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, I was debating on giving you the heads up ahead of time, but at the same time,
probably would have been nice because now I don't know what the fuck to do. I really don't know what the fuck to do. All I feel like is crying, and
yeah,
I'm kind of like,
yeah. I know. I was debating, but at the same time, I was kind of like, if I tell the story, the whole thing, you already know. It was a tough decision, but it was a tough decision. But yes, yeah, it was. It was legit frightening.
Oh yeah, like yeah. I mean, I'm glad everybody's fuck. You can't say everybody. You can't even say
No,
everybody.
that's the thing
I'm
that
glad,
that
I'm
that
glad my babies are okay,
yeah, that's what
and
that's
I
it's like sometimes I feel like I have secondhand survivor's guilt. Like, you know what I mean? Like knowing somebody else. I still don't know the final outcome. I really don't know. So I don't know for sure, but I know there was some serious shit that happened.
yeah, I
So
just hope
it's
that
like there's this thing that like I'm happy my children and their close friends, because those friends of theirs is at my house every single day, just about, and just knowing that they're okay, re- you know, gives me some relief. But then thinking about these other two that had serious injuries that I have no idea the outcome, it just I feel my heart breaks for that family. Like I'm not just saying that. That's like a legit like I just
'cause I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy to even think of, but like I've been in situations where like drive-bys have happened, or like I was at like the Field of Dreams when somebody got shot. I don't know who it was or when, but
oh
in high school.
was that
But
when somebody was shooting into the air and somebody got
no, they were shooting some band kid or sorry.
uh
Fucking hell, Diane Parent.
Jesus Christ.
Bring it in, bitch. You having emotions. Still be a decent person. I don't know his name though. I'll be honest. And he was fine, but um, he just got shot in the leg. But I don't know. I just when I heard it, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I guess I just thought it was gonna not be not be this serious, and then ta-da.
Well, I tried to get the ridiculousness out of the way as much as
I don't even.
possible because I knew shit was gonna get kind of serious.
It might have
But
been actually when they were shooting up in the air, and that guy. I don't remember. All I remember was a band kid, and he got shot in the leg.
yeah,
And we
I,
were like near enough to them, and like I was because I was walking under the bleachers, and then we just heard these bang bangs, and I was like, oh, fireworks, because it's like the big. I think it was the Beefle Cruises game, or
yeah.
maybe not. It might have been like Onyate, what Onyate game. Sorry, Onyate, but nobody cares. I don't know, but no, actually, I think it was because it doesn't matter. But I just thought it was fireworks. And like Carson was so scared, and I was just like, "It's fireworks, bitch! Chill out." I thought it was like somebody actually got shot, and then like there was so much panic and just trying to run and get out of there, like because I was with my friend's mom, and she was just like, "Move, move, move," and then just like I was faster than everybody else. Like when she said move, I was like, okay, and I booked it.
Yeah.
And
You
she's
already
like,
gone.
come back, come back.
Yeah,
I still have to look after you, child.
I'm
Like,
just glad that like Jesse had the wherewithal that as soon as shit happened, he just grabbed Matthew, threw him on the ground, and jumped on top of him, just kind of covered. And like Jesse took honestly, like I think about it, Jesse probably saved a lot of other people from having a bad outcome because he kind of guided everybody. So he got several people out of that house safely. Not just him and Matthew. He didn't just like, peace, bitches, you're on your own. He had a large group of people and guided them out of the house. You know,
I don't know. I'm in distress.
I
I've
know.
only drank a part of this.
Drink some more.
I don't know. Well, I'm glad my babies are okay.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
I've
know. I just don't know how to be fun now, though. Like, how do I transfer?
uh yeah, I've had at least
I'm like, my baby's almost died. What do I do? Like, my art.
I had at least a few days to like process this and like, work out my thoughts and feelings on it. You're processing it all right now.
Yeah,
Next time I'll give you more of a heads
yeah,
up on the
maybe,
story.
like, hey,
Just- it's just-
hey, I'm about to emotionally destroy you on the podcast, so just
sorry.
a heads up.
But okay, I'm gonna be honest. So I have a problem too with thinking about other people's emotions when it comes to serious things like this too, because I deal with this stuff on a day-to-day basis. So sometimes I have trouble like figuring out how to like I don't know, I guess have let other people's emotions fill in. It just there's a processing situation that I'm not good at here. You know, like I'm used to chaos and I feel it's hard to transfer, especially even with like close chaos to me. I guess just it's been a ride.
It makes sense, baby. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, maybe next time.
I know.
I mean, if there is a next time, that is most certainly a
I,
conversation to have
I
to
would
be
prefer
first.
there's not a next time for one of these situations. As a matter of fact, I'd just be happy if the rest of the world, I know I'm asking too much, or at least, you know what? The rest of this city just takes a break for a year of shooting each other. You know, I'd prefer the whole world just take a break, but I know that's a big ask. There's war torn countries and everything else, but like, can we just stop shooting each other for a little while and just take a break? You know, it's I feel like it's not necessary. You know, let's all just smoke a fat one and chill out. Let's all just chill out. That's all I'm saying. You know,
The splash of tequila, by the way, didn't really do nothing, but probably necessary for the shit show of a story.
uh,
I mean, like, that's always one of my biggest fears. It's always something I dream about all the time. Is those kind of situations? How would I act? Especially when I'm with loved ones, like what do you do? Fuck. And then to hear that loved one was in that situation because it's like I guess in my head, like the paranoid part of me is always like I hear it getting closer and closer in my head. Like, I mean, for me it was school shootings. Like, I'm so happy that most of everybody is out of school, any type of school. So it's like I don't have to really worry about that too much for much longer. And then it's just like, oh, school parties, and I forget the fucking ghetto. Like,
yeah.
I'm just, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I'm gonna think about it for. This is gonna bug me for a long time. I already know this is gonna bug me for a long time, and that's fine. But it's like this is gonna bug me for a long time. Shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm already a paranoid person. Just drop dead, like
Well,
drop dead. I don't know what I meant there, but probably not drop dead.
like I said, as it is, I tell my kids all the time,
It's
be
the
cautious at these parties because you never know what's going to go on. I kept
That's the
telling them this.
part. that
All
freaks
kinds of
me out.
foods.
Is I tell my kids that's the part that freaks me out. All of that. That's the thing. You shouldn't have to tell your fucking kids that. It's the whole situation. Like I'm frustrated. I'm
I
frustrated.
know.
I'm frazzled. I don't know what to do. I want to be funny, but what the fuck? What happened? I don't know. Like I said,
Yeah, I mean, it's been a moment of processing. Like I said, Friday, well, I guess Saturday for a couple hours, like a good chunk of Saturday all day, I just felt ugh about everything. And it's just been it's just been nuts. It's been nuts. And I can't even tell you about the other shootings that I saw over the last 2 weeks.
yeah, rather you didn't. Rather you didn't. um,
I'm just saying it's been too much.
I
Too
believe it. I
much.
believe it. And as a father, I can't even imagine what you're going through because I do not have kids. Thank God. But like I just that's gotta be a head fuck for you, a mind fuck for you. Like as the father of said children.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why after I had the conversation, I just got up and I laid in bed for about I don't know 30 minutes. I just said, you know what? It's time to shower and just get ready for work because this sleep thing is not going to happen. Because every time I closed my eyes, I just got super anxious. All I could do was think about the what if this happened? What if that would have happened? And the thing is I don't even know who could possibly like from what I understand, from what I was told by the kids, it sounded like there could have been several different shooters. It could have just been the one vehicle. I don't know. He said there was just so much that happened all at once.
this is very chuggable at this moment.
Depressing things.
Chug. I'm enjoying this now. We should put on like a I don't know what would have happened when you would have told me this like privately. I probably would have just died.
Maybe it's best I told you in this form because it
Because I probably just would have just died. Because
yes.
that freaks me out. But like, I mean, the fact that I can't like necessarily emote in front of people is. I mean, I can and I do, but like, I can't cry. That's nice. My eyes get so puffy when I cry. My eyes just like I wake
They
up the next
expand like
day.
grapefruits.
Yeah, and it's disastrous. Like no matter what, if I cry any amount, my eyes swell up.
So, anyways, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, yeah. So
Would you like to end this on a happier note?
yes,
Okay. So
yes, God, please.
we can get into this real quick. Jamaica's bobsled team is in the Olympics this year. Cool Runnings Part 2 was happening in real time. Are you not as excited about this as I am, or are you still just
I've never
trying
seen
to process?
cool runnings, but I do
What
know
the
that they were sponsored by White Stripe, Red Stripe. What's the beer?
It's red stripe.
but they were with the Jamaican bobsled for a while. I know my alcohol history, but I don't
That's
know.
important. That's a classic movie. And I'm just saying that, like, as soon as I saw that Jamaica has their 4-man bobsled team is in the Olympics, you know what I did? I
Mm.
got on the old Google machine and I looked to see when the bobsled 4-man events are happening, and I put them in my calendar so I can actually watch it. That is the only thing. That is the only thing I care about in the Olympics. Maverick, you haven't seen it either. Oh, it is. You both need to treat yourselves.
Is it a
And
treat? Who's in it?
oh, it's a treat. Cool Runnings. John Candy's in that movie for one.
John Candy. John Candy. He's the bigger?
Yeah.
Is he the one who's in Bernie? Weekend at whatever's, or is that another one?
No.
Is he the one who's Spaceballs?
Yes, he's
Spaceballs, right?
Barf. Yes, he's Barf.
I was like, he's big and he's got hair.
Cool Runnings is a classic movie. It is one of the best. And I make Cool Running jokes all the time. Like before the events of Friday happened, this episode was going to be feel the rhythm, feel the ride. Get on up. It's bobsled time. That was going to be the name of this. This was going to be a lot more in-depth conversation. But now it's the let's cheer everybody up situation because
Oh yeah. Because I mean, I don't excuse me, but I don't know.
yes, well, I originally had bigger plans for the whole Jamaica bobsled team. But you know what? Let's bring everybody up
No,
after I unleash stuff.
I'm glad you
But-
talked about it because you probably needed to talk about it because I can't imagine like if
Yeah.
something like that happened to me. Like those are my babies. Like,
Yeah.
and by that I mean your babies actually this
Yes.
time. But I'm just like I'd probably want to talk about it too because that's fucking insane.
It
That's
is.
just fucking insane.
It very much is. But what about Jamaica's bobsled team? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I would say, you know what? I'd be more impressed if it was a limbo team. But
The whole thing is it doesn't snow in Jamaica.
Jamaica.
The Jamaica's got a bobsled team. It's so unlikely. I don't know. It was.
So
I
you're
think
telling
it's
me there's an irony that I'm missing here?
Yes.
I believe it because I don't know.
Watch Cool Runnings. It's a classic. It's one of my favorite movies of all
Okay, so
time.
John
Whenever it's on
Candy's in
TV,
it.
I can't not watch Cool
Who else
Runnings.
is in it?
As a
Who else is in it besides John Candy? Is
you
it
know what?
all white Jamaicans?
No. John
Okay.
Candy's the only white guy in it.
Okay.
That's not the Swedish team. I'm trying to think.
I thought Cuba Gooding Jr. I was gonna ask. I think it's
Yeah, he's in that. No, Ice-T's not in there.
Boyfriend, you son of a bitch.
Ice-T's
Right.
not in there. And Cuba Gooding Jr.'s not in there either. It's I'm trying to think of if they've
So none of those are in there.
have they done anything since hang on.
No,
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Oh boy. I like the movie you put together. I'm gonna just the stupid memes like I'm gonna tell my kids blah blah blah. I'm just gonna choose to believe that that's Cool Runnings. Ice-T, Cuba Gooding Jr.
All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Dougie Doug is in there. He's Samka. Sanka, you dead, man? Yeah, I'm on. I got my lucky egg. And I'm
Listen to
trying to
him
figure.
quoting shit like does do. Oh, sorry. I just expect everybody to type in, have you watched Cool Runnings? I mean,
All this time, I thought you have seen Cool Runnings because I've watched that movie so many times. I'm sure I've watched that movie in your presence, but you were probably like 2.
didn't give a shit. There's so many movies people have watched in my presence that I have not cared for.
Cool Runnings is a great movie. Watch it. I'm just saying, just watch it. It's on Disney Plus because it's a Disney film. After this podcast, I am watching Cool Runnings if I can. You know what? I'll rent the damn thing if it's not on Disney Plus because I want to watch Cool Runnings. Because you know what? It's gonna get me out of my funk. It'll cheer me up. It'll prepare me. It'll prepare me for the Olympics. Because that's the only part of the Olympics I give a shit about.
The bobsled. I used to love the figure skating.
Yeah.
Figure skating was
the thing I liked
because it was like ice ballet.
What I liked about ice skating is when Tanya Harding sent Hagoon out to break what's her name's ankle.
Did you watch I, Tanya?
I did not watch I, Tanya.
It was decent. It was decent. Or I don't know. Was she in I, Tanya? Is that the one where she was doing like the voiceover, not voiceover, or like commentary kind of stuff while it was happening in the movie, or was that? Am I mixing like just many times
I don't know. I haven't seen I, Tanya.
You know what? I think. Sorry. Yeah. I think it was in the movie she was commentating on. It wasn't actually Tanya herself, but yeah, it was. I think that is crazy. No, not lying. This is a time in my life where I think about what I did and I go, Diane, Christina Marie, parent, you might be insane. But I was drunk and my knee popped out of place. And like my knee pops out of place all the time. So it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Most of the time it moves back. But when it doesn't, that hurts and it sucks.
Yes.
And I remember it happened and me just going, why? And just doing the whole Nancy Kerrigan thing as my knee is just like I did the whole thing because I just watched I, Tanya.
I still haven't seen it. Now I feel like I should watch that later on.
And I just
Cool Runnings.
When I
Cool Runnings is happening.
Think on it, I'm just like, that's a weird thing to do, dude. You were legitimately hurt. That's a crazy person thing. To quote somebody else getting hurt, like that's fucking weird.
Hey, do you have any idea how many times this girl dislocates her knee? I'm not there most of the time.
It's all day, baby. No,
I've been there for like 3 of those events.
I get a surgery, but it sounds like everybody's ever gotten it has been like, it's not worth getting it.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
So I'm just like, cool. I'll just be careful. Even though my knee popped out when I was hugging somebody, my knee popped out when I went to just jump back on my bed like that. Like my knee popped out.
Quit doing such extreme sports, Diane.
Right? I barely got into like athletics and shit like that, and then my knee was just like,
nah, bro.
I barely found out I was fast. I hung out with the kids who just walked around the PE track, and one day I was pissed at a friend and I took off running, and then I was at the like front of the pack, and I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I'm fast."
That's hilarious. Dan, I know we talked about this before, but did you want to break down your thoughts on this?
Yes, I did. Doesn't he look too like somebody needs to get this and Photoshop you like a romance novel. Cut me the fuck out, but like you look so like I don't know, it's definitely a romance novel type situation.
It does kind of have that feel. I also feel like when I got onto my to Photoshop, because there was a lot of lens flare, when I cleaned it up, I feel like I made myself twice as pale as I actually am. I feel very Twilight vampire in this photo.
Yeah, you're just like a drama, like put a lady over here next to you and then just, crop me the fuck out. But like even leave the tequila soda there. Just it looks just the way you're holding the Jeep too is just like it's too much. Boys in the Hood where? Like
Well, this is downtown Las Cruces.
I tried so hard to do the Ice Cube face, but I have beady eyes. It's just a fact. I have
Well,
beady eyes.
so does Ice Cube.
I know, but when I squint, it's like they're gone. So I was trying to look menacing, but also he's got like a pout.
True. Maybe you should open your eyes wider and then
Yeah,
make
I
it
know
look more normal.
Deborah was taking the picture and she's like, "You have small eyes. You're gonna need to open them a little bit bigger than that."
I mean, my eyes look pretty beady too.
And like
The
that's
only thing
before.
that's setting my eyes off is the fact that I look like a Twilight vampire. I should put some sparkles in here. Since it was daylight.
The picture too is like I showered and then I just didn't do anything with my hair and I went to bed, so it's like just
Well,
flat and stuck down.
well, it kind of works because Ice Cube has the Jerry curl situation going on, so it
Yeah,
worked
when
out.
I saw the picture, I was like, well, at least that kind of makes sense. But I wish I had a hat because it would have been.
Yeah.
I don't think I nailed the pout. Couldn't figure it out.
Solid look though.
But yeah, that's what you're looking at. That was supposed to be Boys in the Hood.
Very much. Hey, I got the blue background pretty solid. It could have been a little bluer, but you know what? It works. I just the more I look at it, the more I feel like I look more like I should be in Twilight.
Yeah,
Oh.
or be on Grinder.
On Grinder. That'll be my Grinder profile. I'll just put like a dude's head on your face or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Like so Twilight. Your skin is beautiful. Like just everything about that picture is just like, damn, you nailed it, dude. I mean, you surpassed Cuba Gooding Jr.
I mean, I tried. I
Yeah.
looked at the photo before. I I took so many photos until I found the one that was the best that worked, and that was it.
I've never
I'll show
seen.
you I'll show you the reject photos later. There's a couple of
I was
them.
gonna say I'll send mine to you and we can just post them.
There's some where I look like her cousin.
I just look fat. So
But so shall we rate this before we call it a show?
how many have you drank?
I drink one.
See?
I'm about to grab another one.
I feel like I don't know if it was just the trauma of this episode, but neither of us really got through this drink.
That's true.
I don't know if that should affect the rating or not, because I honestly don't know if it was just like,
Oh, Maverick also drank one too.
okay, yeah, and also you can.
Here's the second one. They're not as good as the Finnish long drink. They're just not.
Mm-mm.
It's a fine beverage, but it's not great.
I think I would choose this over the Finnish long drink
What?
because I feel like I'm getting somewhere because it tastes like tequila. If it didn't taste like tequila, like I think it's something like when you go out to bars and you get a drink and it actually tastes like the alcohol you wanted, you kind of
That's
go
true.
like, "That's a decent drink." Thank
That
you.
is true. That is
But
true.
I feel like with this, my brain just goes, "That's a decent drink." Thank you. Whether it actually is like doing its job, I don't know. But I
It's
think the
fine.
taste is enough to convince me that I'm getting somewhere.
All right. So our rating system is we do at a out of 5 out of 5 in main eventer, 4 out of 5 upper mid card because we like wrestling, 3 out of 5 mid card, 2 out of 5 lower mid card, and 1 out of 5 a jobber. I don't think it's a jobber by far. I don't. But I do feel like this. Do feel like the way this beverage is put together is oh he'd give it a high 2. I was pleasantly surprised, but I'd be okay with never drinking it again. That's kind of where I was going. I was thinking like this is very much something that I could enjoy. Like if you put it in my hand and said, "Hey, drink this," I could drink on this for a while. I could drink on it throughout a party. But could somebody sell me on going to a party just because of this? Nay.
Gel Texans have ranch water parties.
I think it's fairly solid. I just haven't decided if I would put it in a mid card or a lower mid card. I don't know where I put the long drink, to be honest with you. I have forgotten. I don't know, but it's between these two.
I would put it. See, maybe I'm too nice to these alcohols though too, because I think of them as wrestlers, and then I think, okay, well,
They
who
have
wants this
children
one
to
guy?
support. They're trying
Yeah,
to live their dream.
I mean they're
Like
entertaining regardless, you know. I would say if those are my options, I would probably say lower mid card.
lower.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because I'm only assuming this drink will trick me into thinking I'm drunker.
there is that trick factor that kind of
I'm just like when I tasted it, I'm like, dude, I already feel boozy. Like I already when I sniffed it too, it just smells like tequila, and I was like, I am bringing me back.
this is like a lower mid card that keeps getting put into a higher level than it should be. This is like the Baron Corbin of drinks. Like for some odd reason, it keeps getting put into an area where it doesn't belong and it keeps getting pushed harder than it should be. But you know damn well it does really good in the mid card to lower mid card section, but they keep getting pushed farther than they should be by by people above you. So I'm gonna go with a 2 out of 5. I think I'm in agreement with it. And that's a solid thought. 2 out of 5. Lower mid card. 100%. That's where this goes.
I'm going with 7 out of 10.
What?
7 out of 10.
You're making your own rating system again.
Who the fuck do you want? I can't even talk anymore, dude. Maybe I just chugged one and I feel maybe fantastic, but I also had a little bit of this. So
Yeah. That helps. This is what I can tell you. I took 3 more sips of this and now I got to race like a piss horse.
No.
So I don't know what that says about it, but those 3 extra sips pushed my bladder over the edge.
Well, when I was chugging it, I got so full, like beer full.
That's weird.
And I was not expecting that. But it does have 1 gram of carbs. Is that what G means? Grams?
Yes.
1 gigantuan.
1 gram of carbs, 99 calories, and 0 sugars. It can't have 0 sugars. It has alcohol in it. You know what, Diane? I'm going to have you hold this down for a minute because I got to piss. I was hoping to stretch it out.
Enjoy yourself. Have a good piss.
All right.
I kind of like it. I actually kind of like it. I think, yeah. I mean, I'm simple-minded. Like, it could trick me into thinking I'm drunker than I am. And also, it might actually be doing the job. I don't know. I don't actually know what the percentages of alcohol on the thing actually means. Like 5% alcohol volume, I guess, compared to water. Like I don't know what that means. Oh, dude, I love tattoos. My nephew is actually working on being a tattoo artist, and he's been amazing. I want to get one from him, but I have a hard time committing. I got this one because I got it with my family. It's a Polish eagle. I can't do it to where because we all are at least Polish. I'm talking about me and your sister and you.
Yes.
So we're at least all Polish, but like we're talking about tattoos too, because
yes, I can see the.
Oh, I thought I just
fill me in on your. Well, I heard you talking about tattoos.
My wonderful adventure. I got to run the show for like 2 seconds, and I talked, and things happened, and it was wonderful.
You're doing well.
All thanks to my Nico Nico Ni.
Nico Nico Ni.
Plug yourself.
Yeah, plug yourself.
Neko Cupcake is the best. Bilingual podcast. Spanish.
Live streaming on Twitch.
Amazing.
Put your handle on the bottom and I'll throw it up on the screen.
I love you too. See, that's better. She comes into the chat, and here we are in a better place.
Perfect timing. Better place. Oh, I can take the banner down. But yes, this is definitely 2 out of 5. It's solid. It's good enough. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's I would not, although that being said, I would not, if somebody asked if it was worth buying, I would not say that it wasn't.
That's true. I mean, this is what I will say. Okay. The price point on these 4 cans is higher than I think it should be. It is $8.50 for 4 cans. That is absurd. I guess it's supposed to be premium tequila, but I'm not familiar with Blue Weber agave, so no, it's made from Blue Weber. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of hype around the can and not enough fruition. Good enough, but not great. But honestly, I don't know what the other ranch waters taste like. The malt beverages, those are much cheaper. The malt beverage, like the Dos Equis ranch water and Topo Chico's got a ranch water, those might be better because you can have a different price point and you get more. That might be reasonable. Because honestly, when you think about it,
So what's the other ingredient besides tequila? Is it just soda water or
tequila, lime, and sea salt. So
tequila, lime, and sea salt like Batuski? Unless they squeeze like a whole lime into each can. It just doesn't taste.
yeah, there's not very much lime in here. There's not much lime.
It just kind of tastes like watered down tequila.
I can get the salty vibes from it,
Yeah, I get the salt, but like
but no lime. The lime is barely touching. These people need to get with 99 and learn how to properly give it some flavor, give it some pizzazz. But I think we have reached our time.
yes.
I think it's time to pack it in. The cows are coming home.
Pack it up,
Sun is
pack
getting
it
low,
in,
big guy.
tiny begin. Something about things.
But if you look below in the scrolling bullshit, those are the Instagram and Twitter handles at Bottom Class. You can follow us there. We have a website, www.pericoproductions.com. It has links to all the social medias. And you can find us live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/bottom class. And if you're watching us on the YouTubes, like, share, subscribe, do those things. Help us grow, make us better, make us stronger. Yes, we're on the Bottom Class, but we want to make it to at least a different class, just maybe A class. You know, we're classy, but we're trashy. Let's do something. But that has been Best of the Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And join us next time. And we love you guys. And bring that shit in. Bring it in. We love you. Tastes pretty good.